Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining us today. I'm with Alwyn Martinson and Rick Nelson. Thanks, guys, for joining me. It's Memorial Day weekend coming up, and Vergas has got all their doors open. Well, actually, we never closed our doors, even though winter tried closing us in. We never really closed up, but everything is kind of starting to happen in Vergas. And when I stop and think about Memorial Weekend, I think about the men's Methodist ham supper. Yeah, and that's why I got these guys here. Tell me a little bit about what you got going on, Rick.
Well, this will be our 17th year that we've been doing the supper, and we do it the Friday before Memorial Day. And it's going to be at 4:30 here in Vergas at the Community Center, or I think we call it the Event Center now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then it'll go till 7 o'clock. And we're serving ham and scalloped potatoes and green beans with ham and a whole assortment of desserts and chocolate milk and coffee and.
Ooh, that sounds good, Rick. It just kind of gets you ready to go. And I think what's nice about it on the Friday evening of Memorial Weekend, that you guys have honed in on that day because it's just kind of the starting of a long weekend of people doing things, maybe coming down to the lakes to open up their cabins and maybe just being together with families. So I think that's really great. Now, this is a men's group from the Methodist Church here that does this. How did that all get started, Alwyn?
Well, we had a meeting down at the Loon's Nest.
A meeting at the Loon's Nest. Doesn't get any better than that.
And we thought, why not have a supper before Looney Day, before Memorial Weekend? And we figured if we had it in the event center, it was the community center then, that maybe we'd get a bigger crowd. And I think we had 400 people.
400 the first year.
400 the first year. Way more than we expected.
All right. And did you run out of ham?
Yes, yeah.
But you guys got that covered this year, I'm sure. How many are you expecting, Rick?
We expect probably around 400. We won't run out of ham.
No.
And we do it as a fundraiser for the community. None of the money that we raise from this event really stays with the men's group. We give it all away. We give money to the Little Lambs, Jesus Little Lambs here in town, and the food shelter or food shelf in Perham, and Make-A-Wish, and we have a relief fund that helps families within this community, and we just like to give it all away.
I was just going to ask you on that because I know that that's usually the main focus of it. And the supper that you have on Memorial Day, you also have one in September too. And I know that they're both billed as through the men's group. Do just the men do the work?
The one in the fall is actually a church-wide.
Okay.
The men have kind of taken over and tried to promote the one before Memorial Day.
Yeah, and I think that's just wonderful. I think, I know you get some help. I mean, just like the women get help from you guys when you have a full church supper and like that. So I think that works out really good, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Well, we don't want to hurt their feelings,
That's for sure. When we're talking Memorial Weekend, Alwyn, I know that you're very involved with the VFW, and thank you, by the way, for being a veteran and serving our country. Rick, I'm not sure if you were in the armed forces. You were too?
In Vietnam.
Vietnam. Well, thank you both, gentlemen. And Memorial Weekend is a very special weekend as far as we, remember those people that did serve. Tell me a little bit about what the Frazee VFW is doing.
We'll put small flags out on Loon Lake Cemetery, St. John's, Lake Sybil, and the Village Cemetery. And then on Monday, Memorial Day, we'll have a ceremony at, if it isn't raining, it'll be out at the cemetery, and in Vergas, here at the Village Cemetery, and then down by the lake in Frazee, most likely.
Okay. And I know usually the Frazee band comes over and they do a little bit of a performance on Main Street. Are they going to be doing that again?
As far as I know, yeah. We'll be marching from the event center down Main Street.
As far as, putting the flags out, I know that you put the small ones out. And Rick, I know that you're involved at the Village Cemetery with helping put out the huge ones that fly over the cemetery for the weekend. Being a veteran, what is that like?
Well, it's kind of a special day. If you haven't seen the Village cemetery at Memorial Day here in Vergas, it's a sight to behold.
It is. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. There's just a huge amount of flags and.
Yeah, you know, there's just a pride, and I feel that pride even just standing amongst you two that you have served our country. And so Memorial Weekend is really a special weekend, I know, for families to get together, and it's going to be a great weekend to stop on Friday night to have a supper with the Methodist Men's Church group at the event center, but it's also a weekend to just really take time, step back, and just remember our veterans. What do you have to say about that, Owen?
Well, it's nice. It's very humbling, you know, when they, sometimes they call us a hero and that, but we aren't. They're buried overseas.
Yeah, and then there is something to that. So, Rick, give me just a little bit of an idea of what you guys do to prepare for this supper.
Well, we need a lot of volunteers. So we have a sign-up sheet for people to sign up, and we have assignments both for cleanup and setup and cooking. And one of the other things I want to mention is that we also all our food comes from Goodman's locally.
Yes.
And they do a great job for us, and we just want to make sure that people come out and have a great meal. It's a free will offering if you can't afford it. Just come and eat. We just do it as a service to the community and try to, whatever money we make, if we don't make any, that's.
You want to cover expenses.
Yep.
We also take meals down then for the assisted living from the supper.
Okay.
And
Well, you know what I'm getting from it, guys, it sounds like it's just it's a great service to the community. I just love to hear the fact that, you purchase things in town, and so that, we help our local businesses too, because our local businesses is what this community is about. And then when we have service groups like you guys doing things and just trying to bring people together, there's nothing better than that. It just makes a huge difference. So just give me a rundown again on the times and the menu, Rick.
Okay, we're having the supper starts at 4:30 on May 23rd. That's a Friday night before Memorial Day, and we serve until 7. And it's ham, scalloped potatoes, green beans with ham, and a whole assortment of desserts and beverages.
Wonderful. It's free will offering, and like the guys just got done saying, all of those free will offerings go right back into the community. So you're going to want to make sure that you're there on Friday, just before Memorial Weekend, and you're going to want to fill up and then plan on spending some time in town. Like I said, all the businesses are open. They're ready for you, and they're anxious to see some familiar faces. They'd love to see some new faces, and Vergas is open. And then on Monday, you're going to want to make your way out to the village cemetery, and you're going to want to take that time to just reflect back and just thank a veteran and remember those people who died for our country. So thank you, guys. You have a good Memorial Weekend. Thanks for joining me, and you have a good day in Vergas.